Welcome to Fraud of the Month, brought to you by the New Hampshire Insurance Department's Fraud Unit. My name is Brendan Harris, and I'm the examiner in charge of the unit. Today's segment has to do with an insurance producer from Windham, New Hampshire, who prided himself on selling lots of annuity products. In this particular case, he managed to convince some folks to give him $40,000 to buy an annuity product, and this producer thought he'd do better if he brought the money to Las Vegas and gamble it. So his plan was to take the $40,000. He flew out to Las Vegas 3 days after getting the money, spent about a week there, and his plan was, again, to make more than $40,000 so he could make a quick profit, and instead he lost all $40,000 in less than a week. When he got back to New Hampshire, the customer kept calling and asking for a copy of their annuity so they could keep it for their records. And for about 7 or 8 months, he kept putting them off, saying that the company must have lost the paperwork. He was working with them. He'll take care of it. Nothing to worry about. And after about 7 or 8 months, the customer finally calls the insurance carrier itself, bypassing the agent, only to find out they're not in the system at all and have never been in the system. At that point, the carrier did the proper thing. They made a referral here to the fraud unit, and we opened a case on it. After going through the agent's records, going through their bank account records, their cell phone records, and everything else, we ended up discovering, like I mentioned earlier, that 3 days after receiving the $40,000 check, he was in Las Vegas gambling all of it. We could see all his ATM withdrawals at the casinos, just taking huge sums of money constantly. And we could also see from that same bank account, by the way, it was his personal bank account, he didn't even put it in the business account, that he had no more money. So we ended up calling him in, and he did provide a very nice confession. He cried, he apologized, but at the end of the day, he still stole $40,000 from this customer, and he was indicted and ultimately charged and convicted of insurance fraud. So if you ever find yourself having an issue not getting some paperwork directly from an insurance producer, it rarely will ever happen, but if it happens, call the carrier directly and ask them for a copy of the paperwork. That way, if any kind of shenanigans did happen, like in this particular case, we can find out about that early on, and we can open a case on it and try to help you out and get your money back. If you ever have a case that you think might be insurance fraud, please give me a call directly. Again, my name is Brendan Harris. My direct line here at the New Hampshire Insurance Department is 603-271-2162. Or you can go to our website, go to the legal page, there's a fraud referral form, and you can complete that and send it to us, and we can then reach out to you and find out what other information you might have. So thank you again for watching Fraud of the Month, brought to you by the New Hampshire Insurance Department, and have a great day.